You have joined me again, friend. Ethereum is a public good. The Ethereum Foundation and the people behind it will shift their focus away from monetary premium, which is nerd speak for number go up, and towards scaling, public good utility, etc. This has very powerful ramifications for the future price forecast of Ethereum. So, I love ETH. Okay, I love it. It's great. I believe it is the second pillar of crypto. The first one was Bitcoin. Ethereum, number 2. Number 3 is up for debate. I think it's either Uniswap or ChainLink. Or they can be 3 and 4. That's in my opinion. Okay. So you gotta get on my page here. Ethereum, right? We love it. Pumps up. ETH BTC is gaining. Right. So here's the ETH BTC chart, right? Yeah, it's been going up over time. Woohoo! All right. And yeah, this is a bullish chart. It's gonna go up, man. It's gonna go up. But I need you to understand something. This is such an advanced topic, but you're gonna have to get on my page here. Ethereum is gonna have layer 2s which continue to grow. The number one intention of the philosophy behind Ethereum is not pump your bags. Okay, I want you to know that. If you listen to the language of Vitalik, if you listen to the language of the ETH developers, they are very subtle in how they approach this. They are not explicit. Do you remember I made a video saying, man, when people are dealing with a large group of people, they are very careful with how they manipulate and groom the words. They massage the words. Yes, it happens even with developers and nerds, all right? So if you listen to their language carefully, effectively what they say, right? I'm paraphrasing, translating, right? You get the vibe that they say, hey, man, we rallied now, oh my God, that 6,300x. We have pumped literally 6,300x in like 7-8 years. That's enough, right? We're gonna keep growing, but like the whole let's move super fast and break stuff and like try pump to the moon, we are now gonna shift away from that. We're gonna phase that out. We're gonna start to slow down. We're gonna diminish a bit. We're becoming more mature, more professional. Okay? So if you learn this, you probably think, oh, that's okay. That's probably more to do with the tech and the coding and the intricacies. No, let me tell you something. Just like if the president of a country has a certain vibe and a philosophy, it trickles down to the people. If the CEO of a company has a certain vibe, like if they're a strong leader and they want to take the company a certain way, maybe they want to be super customer service focused, whatever. It trickles down into the company and the people. This whole world's contagious, man. We're all linked on some sort of conscious network anyway. So it's the same thing. This is what's going to happen with Ethereum, okay? This is what's going to happen with Ethereum. This is the guys on top hinting to us, hey, man, things are going to be different from now on. Not too different in a way that, if you care about the greater cause, it's actually going to help you. But if you're here for that number go up, you're going to be disappointed, okay? But they're very careful with the words. So Ethereum is going to have a shift of focus. So do you remember, right? What's the use case of Ethereum? So use case of Ethereum equals 1, like monetary premium, and 2, gas fees, utility, right? So right now, the monetary premium part is huge, right? It's enormous, right? So huge. So I'll say 10 out of 10 rating. I should give it, right? 10 out of 10 rating. That's how much of the monetary premium is. Effectively, what they're saying is, we don't mind if this goes to a 5. Okay? So they're saying, we don't mind this going to a 5 out of 10. AKA number slow down. They're literally saying this word for word. Okay? They're literally almost word for word. I can just communicate. This is like my antennas are going off. I go, okay, this is a sign, right? So listen also to the language of how they speak about Ethereum. Their intention of Ethereum is not for our bags to pump. Even though it's up 6,000x, that's not their intention, okay? Listen to Vitalik on stage. He goes, man, like, you know, Ethereum, we've got some big potential. We want to change the world, but man, these monkey JPEGs, what a disgusting use of it, of this decentralized block space. When he speaks like that, he's basically saying, oh, man, these guys who just want to come and make money, it's pissing me off. That's what he's basically saying, without saying it, right? And their intention for Ethereum is to be a public good. So, from economics, a public good, for example, is a street light, right? A street light, you can't control who gets light from the street light. Me and you are walking down a path, I can't block yours, right? And you can't block mine. It's for everybody to share. Another public good is like the public radio. Anybody can tune in. Anybody can, like, you know, listen in. And I can't stop you from listening. You can't stop me. These are public goods, all right? So this is what the intention is for the Ethereum guys. They want Ethereum to be a public good. So the Apple App Store, you know, everybody makes apps. You got to go through the process of getting approved, 30% pay cut, etc. Very regulated. The Ethereum guys want Ethereum to be super decentralized as much as you can, and for anybody in the world to be able to plug in their own web dApps, you know, and maybe second or third world country guys can come in and they can innovate and we can grow the system and everything, right? So I have a picture here of all the layer 2s, all right? All the layer 2s. Now, if philosophically, it's going to say something different to what, like, the technicals say. And the technicals say, hey, you know, they're all still linked to Ethereum. They all post to Ethereum for transactions, all right? They post to Ethereum for transactions, you know? So they always need Ethereum. So the layers themselves, layer 2s themselves, all the different chains, they need to buy and hold ETH. And there's always going to be ETH demand, okay? But remember back to this, man. The monetary premium is huge, okay? It's huge right now. So effectively what they're saying is, they're like, we're going to focus on just scaling more now, okay? So when you see this, you got to think, right? You really got to think that there's going to be a change coming. And what's it going to actually represent? So I'm not going to say lumber's going to go down. It's probably still going to flip Bitcoin, but the rate of change of its pumps, I think, is going to diminish. And if you look back, that's what I believe. I believe in many years from now, we'll look back, and you can even reference this video and say, oh man, this guy, my friend Somi, was looking at this information and could see that Ethereum devs and the team, they were not focusing on number go up to the infinite moon. They started to shave it off. Shave off that urgency, right? So, right, you know from my previous videos as well, when you have multiple tickers, multiple avenues, and multiple channels, people's attention splits. The logos split. You know, look at all these logos and all these names. I know they're all under the Ethereum umbrella, but what happens over time is it decays the focus just on Ethereum. So we're going to have people join crypto in the future. They're going to go straight into these layer 2s. They're not going to know what these are. They're going to go straight to Matic, straight to, you know, all these ones. Optimism, maybe Scale for some gaming, Raiden, whatever. You know, all this stuff, right? Whatever they are. Optimism, Arbitrum. People are going to start using these chains. They've got no idea what Ethereum is. They're just going to know, oh, Ethereum umbrella. We're going to be considered like OGs, probably. Like OGs, like we really know the cool stuff. The Ethereum umbrella, dude. And I am forecasting the monkey peanut brain effect of people in the future. And if you are throwing too many logos and names and avenues and paths to people's minds, I think it decreases the chance you will come across people who say, I've got to get Ethereum. I have to get Ethereum. This diamond, grey diamond logo. That's what ends up happening. Just like how, you know, a soccer team needs like one flag, one ticker. You need the same thing in investing, because we don't actually need any of this stuff to survive. You know, it's not like food, water, electricity. Same as stocks, right? Same as stocks. So this will split the attention away over time. I'm hoping that the best is yet to come, and I still think we're in the golden age, but eventually this is what happens, man. This is what happens. Ethereum's going to be a background thing. We're going to be doing these different layer 2 chains, and things are just going to move around automatically, and like, it's going to be a different world, man. So, but are people going to have this sense of urgency to invest in Ethereum? I think no. Why? Go back to any crypto cycle and look at the narrative that became main theme, and you will see whatever it was, it never like reignited and took over again. So we just had alt layer 1s in 2021. We have layer 1 chains. Everyone's, oh, gotta get a layer 1 chain. They're the new cities. I don't know if you remember the meme. There was a meme going around where like, they say like, blockchains are like cities. You know, there's ones that are like more like Miami. There are ones that are smaller, Luxembourg. There are ones like Sydney, Australia. There are ones like Hong Kong. You know, and not all of them are suited for the same stuff. They all have different use cases, right? That's what blockchains are. They're like cities. You want to go and invest in a city early and it's growing. That's a load of shit. I'm just letting you know. That is just a load of crap. It's a cool way to think about it, but it became a meme. That's why people just kept buying, you know, BNB and Matic, woohoo, all these coins. You don't need to buy and own these coins. You don't need it at all. The utility function is so small. People wanted to give a monetary premium to them. Why? Because Ethereum had a big one. So I think if Ethereum's monetary premium slows down, probably the other ones do too. Okay, so you probably ask, does this mean crypto is going to die? No, far from it. It just means we're moving on. So this is layer 1. Layer 1 phase, you know, is pretty much almost done. Pretty much a poopy now. I will just, actually, I'm going to give it 2 poopy emojis, all right? Now, you know what? Make it 3. 3 poopy emojis. I need you to understand, right? We're early in Pulse Chain. That is completely different. We are literally early. We're literally day 1 sacrifice, okay? That's good. I don't want to buy any other layer 1s. Just to let you know, because of what Ethereum's doing. Ethereum's kind of showing you, yeah, we want this to be a public good. We want people to use it around the world. We don't really care if the number goes up too much. Because Ethereum, the foundation and Vitalik, they care more about giving someone in a middle, lower class part of society the chance to plug coding and dApps into the public good of Ethereum, the public network, general purpose, general consensus. That's what they care about. Okay, they don't care about making investors rich and winning. They don't care really about that part, the number go up part. You know, because if they really did, they could do some upgrade to toggle even the burning and stuff even more, make it like super hyper deflationary, right? So they don't really care about that anymore. They did at the start to get adoption. They knew. See, they're smart, man. They're smart. They're not stupid. That's why they're nerds. These guys are geniuses. They knew we got to get number go up really fast. We got to go super fast and break stuff. And now that they're up here, now they're like, okay, now that the momentum is in place, to literally overtake Bitcoin. We can start to shift our focus here because they don't care about this part anymore. They don't care about doing this part. They're like, oh wow, we're literally gonna win now. We don't mind just doing this. Like we're gonna flip it anyway. Like I'm translating their words into a chart and how this represents it, right? So they don't. So for example, if you look at Pulse Chain community and Hex, we want to do this again. Okay, we want bang. We literally want this. Sky's the limit. The Ethereum community, when you look at it, they're like, nah, we don't actually need this, man. We don't mind this. We don't care. It's cool because we're going to win and like it's cool, you know? We're chilling back. But that's okay. Why? They're up 5,000x from day 1, man. Everyone's killed it. Literally everyone's killed it. 2 cycles, absolutely murder it. So that explains the psychology behind it, yeah? So Ethereum's going to have these layer 2s. Right? They're going to split away the attention. And right now in the layer 1 phase, it's done now. It's done. Like, so everyone tried, oh, layer 1, BNB, Matic, all this stuff. I think we're going to find that people are really simple creatures and they're just going to find a better logo and ticker symbol than their layer 1 chain of their choice. And they're just going to sell the tokens and just move on. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't think anyone's really going to care about, oh, what's the size of this blockchain and what's their PE ratio of this. No one cares, man. No one cares, all right? So what moves next? What comes next is the application layer. So that's what you'll hear, right? So application layer, I want to have like some different colored squares, some tools, right? Let's do a little hammer. Right, so application layer. This is the next frontier. This is, so sadly, we don't have anything good to give an example of right now. Uniswap is an application layer. Unfortunately, its token is just a governance token. But you gotta think beyond the Uniswap. So this is obviously now ChainLink is gonna tie in here. So we're gonna get this ChainLink logo. All right, so in the future, right, everyone's going to be getting, ChainLink provides all the data. You're going to be making, here you are, you're a developer, and you want to make an application that we can't do just with simple coding like Uniswap with a simple formula. So you want to make more complex stuff. You know, you might get literally like, 4 different sources, and you might make something, 5 different sources, yeah, that you can't get from anywhere else. You need outside source data, You could get public health information, you could get tax brackets of a country, you could get, so many, name it, Like, maybe you want, I don't know, people who, answered a survey and they are, like, overweight, for example. Maybe you want to sell them a product. Maybe you want to make, literally, a fitness app for them, people who are really overweight. You can start to get really creative, man. Really creative. You can only do this with smart contracts because we don't have all of this public blockchain information available right now in crypto. We don't. So if you make an app for, say, Apple, you can't make the app like, hey, I only want to target obese people who are overweight with my specific app. You can't do that because you don't have the information. You just got to guess that they're going to come find it. But now we can really cater stuff with the future of blockchain and crypto. So this is application layers coming next. So if you want to know what's next, I can't answer that for you. We are in 1999. You're asking me to tell you that Uber's coming, social media, Facebook's coming, Instagram's coming, name an app, right? All this stuff that we use, we can't name it because they don't exist yet. And the genius entrepreneurs, they're putting the pieces of the puzzle together to fix it out, right? So this is where the money's going to go, application layer, okay? So this Ethereum phase, it's starting to phase out. It really is. However, clear words now. This does not mean when you rotate profits, you don't rotate in Ethereum. Because I still believe, right, you should be charting everything to ETH. So for example, here, let's just do like link ETH, right? We're long link Ethereum. I still believe, yes, at some point, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here. Would it be nice if we got a 10x? At some point, we just say, hey man, like, let's take off like, 50% out, rotate it back into Ethereum. And just leave it in Ethereum staking. Because the blockchain, it's a blue chip version of, it's basically an index of everything on it, right? And probably the market sentiment around it. The returns will be slower, but you got less chance of things blowing up, right? That's something to consider. With application layer, way higher risk. However, insanely higher reward. Like, can you imagine you are early to some of this stuff that's gonna come? I hope that we are early enough to get a grip on some of these, man. Like, I'm praying in the next 10 years we get just one. We just need one, friends, one. So one of the application layers you can guess is gaming. So we tried gaming in 2021, and then you realize that when the Ponzi yield stops, people stop using and playing the game because the yield is gone. So that's why we need people maybe to use like ChainLink data to create some really cool new social media entrepreneur stuff that doesn't involve handing out Ponzi yield, that's actually needed from blockchain data and that people can actually use. That's the stage you want to get at. You want to invest in something where people forget they're doing crypto, right? So just like how Uber, imagine you can invest in Uber. You're like, man, I want people to forget they're just literally paying a taxi driver. I want people to forget that part. They're literally just paying for a taxi over and over again, You want to give them a unique, different experience. Make it easier and better. So that's the goal we're getting to. So we're moving a long time, the passage of time. And like I said, man, we've been told Ethereum's going to start to slow down the monetary premium. I still think there's going to be some sort of hyperwave rally where people get really excited over like the burning of Ethereum and the yield. But I think ultimately it'll eventually start to slow down. And as well, we're going to put a warning. Ethereum is now moving into its third cycle, aka the cursed cycle. So this is obviously one of my theories, which I've gone through. Anything in its third cycle is a letdown and a curse. because it's built up too much momentum from the first 2 cycles of people winning and trusting it. And now in the third one, it's like the maximum number of people who are going to be let down. Maximum number of people who are going to be let down. And don't forget that. Don't ever forget that. Because it's going to trick us. It's going to make us think. It's literally a new paradigm up here. Alright? I'm telling you now, I love the ETH maxi guys, but they're not going to get bearish up here, friends. Let me go. They're not going to get bearish up here, alright? They're going to say, it's just getting started. I'm not seeing this bear market you're talking about. It's not going to happen. I'm not seeing this euphoria. We are all onboarding all these layer 2s and all these dApps, and we're burning, and it's a self-sufficient system. They're going to say all of that. I promise you they're going to say all that. Can I tell you something? I'm not going to call anyone out because I don't want to, I'm not here to put anyone down. But let me take you back here, man. Do you know how many Ethereum maxis that I know personally who said, it's just getting started, adoption is just starting, we've got the merge coming, we're not going to have a bet. I heard them all say this, right? It's just getting started. But that's okay, right? Everyone says that up here. But do you know what happened next? When we came down here, all right, these same people, I'm going to call them what they are. They're dingleberries, yeah? These same dingleberries down here, do you know what they started saying? Oh, dude, there were so many obvious signs of euphoria up here. Like, it was so obvious. Like, wow. I mean, you could just tell. There's just so many signs of froth. And the market was too bubbly. Oh, my God. Like, it was just so clear, man. Yeah, that rubs me the wrong way. It rubs me the wrong way. But I'm not surprised. And why it rubs me the wrong way is up here, they have a I'm holier than thou image. And I don't care about price. We're here for adoption and the public good. And down here, it's like, oh, so bubbly anyway, right? So I want you to learn from this. Once again, I'm not here to call anyone out. We're here to learn, okay? I don't care if you wear glasses, a checkered shirt, you're some big muscly dude, you're some girl with blue hair. I don't care what you look like. I don't care if you claim to be an Ethereum developer. I don't care what political spectrum you're on. I don't care. I'll tell you one thing, man. Humans all care about number go up. Don't ever forget that. They all care about number go up. And they all want number to go up. And their emotions will reflect that. And just like here, right? They're not investors. They're just humans. Okay? Only like top 2% of us actually winning in this game. Right? Who else do you know has this like complete read on self-emotions, right? So don't forget that. It doesn't matter. So why I'm saying this, we're going to see that again, man. We're going to see that again up here. Like, who's to say, man? What if, no one's even thinking about this. What if Ethereum only stops at 8K? What if it stops at 8K and everyone's like, dude, 10K is so obviously next. We're burning so much money. We're burning so much ETH. Everyone's adopting it, using it. It's paying off yield. It's a digital bond narrative of crypto, all this other yaz. They're going to be saying that, man. They're not going to be telling you it's frothy. All right? They're not going to be telling you, hey, other chains are going to come and steal our thunder because they're less decentralized, slightly. And they're going to take our best ideas. Right? They're not going to be saying that. Why? Because they got in early. That's it. Of course you're not going to say that. You bought here. Right? Of course, man. They accumulated a shitload here. Yes, they accumulated ETH at $100. So of course they're going to say that. It's like the Bitcoin maxis, man. Yeah, if I bought Bitcoin at $300, I'll tell you it's going to 300K as well. Obviously, I wouldn't, but you get the point, right? Humans are humans. All work the same. But you got to understand this because this is how everybody, if you slowly walk along the path, one step at a time, you eventually start to get to the point where you've gone full redacted and you start to drink the Kool-Aid, okay? And we're not going to let that happen to us. So, as a final summary, Ethereum, still in its golden age. However, it's still possible it only hits 8 or 9K as everybody's cheering for 10K and then that stops and it's the top. And we're not going to like give up on the idea of crypto or anything. I just believe more money will come into the application layer. People will punt on different applications, different ideas, stuff that isn't Ponzi yield handing out. You know, actual stuff that people can use for fun, play. Maybe it's games, maybe it's something else, right? And all this stuff starts to flourish. That's where probably the real hyper risk, hyper reward comes from, right? And the good thing is our minds are already switched to already think about this. So friends, until next time, I'll catch you.